again, it's Lauchlan and welcome back to City of Joondalup's Art in Isolation Dance Edition. Pew, 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 pew. This video is going to be talking about things you may not know or may not have thought about if you've never been to a dance class before. I'm going to put a big disclaimer. Not all classes are the same. Not all teachers are the same. Not all dance styles are the same. So this is a very general video. Remember, disappointment is only when your expectations aren't met. So the first rule when it comes to going to a dance class is go with an open mind. First thing that you need to do, research. Not all classes are the same. Like I said, you could be more of a jazz dancer, you could be more of a ballet dancer, you could be a hip hop dancer, you could be a commercial dancer, you can be a contemporary dancer, you can be a salsa dancer, you can be a tap dancer. Just like going to school, or if you've ever been to school. Dance classes teach different styles, so don't expect to have everything in one class. A lot of people ask the question, I've never been to a dance class before, what do I bring? If you've never been to a dance class, a couple of things that you need to bring with you. Make sure you bring a water bottle. You're going to get thirsty in a dance class. I like to bring a change of clothes because you don't know how sweaty you're going to get in this class. Now, if you've never been to a dance class before, it might be good to bring with you options in terms of shoes to wear. Different teachers and different places where you dance have different rules when it comes to footwear. Sometimes it's good to bring sneakers. Sometimes it's good to have a simple jazz shoe, like a slip-on shoe or a ballet shoe. Sometimes it's good to have bare feet. And then there is more specific, like in flamenco and tap, you might need specific shoes. But if this is your first time going to a class, you don't have to go out and buy the most expensive dance shoe. Go and try the class first. You want to make sure that you're also wearing clothing which is comfortable to dancing. And by comfortable, I mean not too baggy that you can get lost in it, and not too tight and restricted. You want to make sure that you're wearing any type of active wear that you would normally wear to work out. And if you've never worked out, just wear something that makes you feel good. Second thing, you need to make sure that if a dance class is starting at a certain time, that you arrive beforehand. Just because a class starts at 5 o'clock does not mean that you should arrive at 5 o'clock. In terms of dance time, if you're on time, you're late. You want to make sure that you arrive a few minutes early. My personal advice is a minimum of 5 minutes early. If you're anything like me, I like to do my own semi sort of warm-up stretch before I walk into a class. Especially if I've never done that class before. Just a really simple stretch to wake up my body. If you want to know how to do a simple stretch, you should go check out my previous video about warming up. Some things that you can do while you wait is be a little bit social. I like to always say hello to the other people in the room. It's an option to interact with some people that you may not have met before. You can also ask questions. If you don't know about the class or the style, you can always ask people around you what's their favourite thing about coming, why they like coming to this class, why do they like coming to this studio. And if you're not the type of person who's going to ask that question to a stranger, don't worry. You can just simply wait. Remember, you're coming to this class not for anything except for you. When you walk inside the class, you want to make sure that you ask questions. Introduce yourself to the teacher. Hi, I'm Lauchlan. I've never danced before. Boom. A teacher really likes to know how much experience a new member in a class has, so don't be afraid to admit that you've never been to a class before or you've never done this style before. What they'll do is they'll make sure to look out for you and give you the support and advice that you'll need during that class. A lot of teachers like to create their warm-ups and have a regular type of warm-up. So if this is your first time, you don't have to stand at the back. What you can do is stand somewhere in the middle. So you make sure you've got people in front of you that you can follow, and you're close enough to see yourself in the mirror. You want to make sure that you can see yourself in the mirror. Just like any sort of learning, you want to make sure you can see yourself so you can best reflect. Now, when it comes to the warm-up in the class, you want to make sure that you are pushing yourself as hard as you want to push yourself. Remember, this is your first time, and you may not know the expectations of this class. Best thing that you can do when you're in the class is just follow along. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks when it comes to following along choreography and instructions. You should never compare yourself to another dancer in a space if you've not had the same opportunities or training as that person has. Remember, the arts, they're for everyone. And that means everyone is different and everyone has different levels of experience. So don't compare yourself that way. But you can definitely compare yourself in terms of, do you look the same in terms of the choreography? Do you follow? Are you hitting the same counts as the other people in the room? And that's a really good thing to do. A term that you may come across in a class, which you might not have heard before, is a term called marking. Now, marking is what happens when you don't do the choreography that you're learning in a class full out, as if you were performing in front of an audience or in front of other people. I personally like to go full out as often as possible as a test of my own endurance. But be smart. You don't want to be tired within 10 or 15 minutes of being in class. You want to survive the whole class. Best thing that you can do is just try. Probably the most important rule is I don't touch my phone. There's nothing worse than being a teacher in a class and seeing people on their phone. It kind of can be a little bit disrespectful. However, if you're coming to the end of a class and you've learned a particular piece of choreography and you'd love to film it for your own self-reflection, here's the best thing to do. Ask. Most of the time, teachers will actually want you to film it and reflect and maybe share it on social media so you can get some feedback from other people. But remember, you've got to always ask permission. I'm sure they would love to have other people come and have as much fun in the class that you had. And now the fun part. I'm going to teach a routine. I want you to focus on 1 of 3 different ways that you can learn choreography. Now, there's no perfect way to learn choreography because like all people are different. All different ways of learning are unique to those people. So these are just some tips and tricks that I have when it comes to learning choreography. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, there's no perfect way to learn choreography because like all people are different. All different ways of learning are unique to those people. So these are just some tips and tricks that I have when it comes to learning choreography in a short amount of time. What you can focus on is you can focus on the rhythm or the beat in the music. For those who don't know, dancing, we tend to count from 1 to 8. The reason that we do this is most music is recorded with a beat of 4 beats to a bar. And we like to count those beats as a way to set choreography. Now, you can have an even choreography, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sometimes choreographers can do the off beats, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and that's called syncopated rhythm. As you're following the choreography, think about counting the beat in your head. This sometimes can help with remembering choreography. So what I want you to do is watch this routine and try and count along with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth, through to 8, and then restart your count and see if that helps you learn the choreography at home. How'd you do? Do you think you got it?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
If you feel that counting is maybe too difficult for you or too easy, another way that you can learn choreography is to focus on the shapes which are made by the body throughout the choreography. Try watching the choreography and focus just on the shapes and see if that starts to make it a little bit easier. We're going to watch the choreography, but I would like you to focus on the shapes that are made by the body throughout the routine and think about creating those shapes with your own body.
down, circle, triangle, triangle, pin, circle, scoop, square, triangle.
The third way that we're going to discuss today, you can look at the pathway view. What I mean by pathway is, where does the weight of the body shift? Say you start on the left foot and shift your weight to the right foot with an arm. That's a really good way of thinking about the pathway of movement. What I want you to do is I want you to watch the choreography for a third time, and this time, just look at the pathway of the movement.
Left, right, up, to the right, to the left, to your right, turn to the left, swoop to the right, up, kick left, to the front, scoop through right, back on the left, down, up, down, head.
So, how'd you do? Did you think that working with the pathway, the shapes, or the rhythm was most effective for you? Here's the thing though, there's no set way that you should learn choreography. Sometimes it can be a mixture of all three, depending on the style, depending on the genre, and depending on how full your brain is that day. Some days my brain is so full, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'm really enjoying getting to know you all a little bit better and sharing some of my knowledge and expertise. Now, if this dancing stuff is really interesting for you, or maybe it's not, I don't hold it against you. Arts is for everyone. Maybe you're more of a singer, maybe you're more of an actor. I recommend you check out some of the other videos on this channel, like with Stephanie, who's teaching people how to sing. Or maybe you'd like to work with Nicola, who's teaching people how to act. Whatever you do, I hope you enjoy this Arts in Isolation project, and these skills that you're working on in your own homes is bringing you closer together with a wider community across this network. And hey, when we can all be together, I hope you go and check out your own dance classes. There are so many on offer in this community, and I would be so excited to see more people get involved in dance. Because no matter what happens, just keep dancing! Wait! Now before you go anywhere, Stephanie, Nicola and myself are taking online submissions for our upcoming masterclass. You might be wondering what a masterclass is. So in our masterclass, we're going to be taking individuals from the community and work with them to develop their skills in the arts, while still remaining in isolation. So if you would like a little bit of extra help from me when it comes to your dancing, or in developing your performance, or working on your personal style, or anything dance related, whether you have never danced before, or you've been dancing your entire life, doesn't matter. We want to help you. I especially want to ask any of our future triple threaders out there, that's a singer, a dancer, and an actor all in one, to let us know how we can help you. Send a submission video of yourself doing a little bit of movement and also asking for a little bit of help for something specific to the Arts in Isolation project. We're really looking forward to getting to work with a couple of people in the coming weeks. Whatever you need, send us a video link and we'll help you out. Remember everyone, just keep dancing!